Welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline at Sips Sports Bar, 3024 West Liberty Avenue, 15216. We got a packed house here. Smoking Jim, I don't know how you did it. Chip, I don't know how you brought all these people in off the street. Oh, it was a nice day today. There's no snow today, 2 to 4 tonight. So you might as well hang out with us for an hour now and probably an hour after the show, because it looks like a great show, and I don't know if we can get all the conversation in here. I want to thank BPTV for letting us venture out to Dormont. Downtown Dormont's one of our favorite places. We got Aaron Ward here, Devin Shea. Thanks to Dave Cable for all the good work he does. We're going to try to get this one up this week. Last week we didn't get the video up. There were some technical difficulties, so we will have that. We're still keeping our streak alive, fellas. We now have been here for officially 1 year of shows at Sips Sports Bar. So thanks for having us here. Aaron Ward had cupcakes. I must have dropped mine. I can't find it. I mean, I ate it. Thanks for watching us on Verizon 32 in the greater Pittsburgh area. Watching us on YouTube 24/7. Comcast 7 only in Bethel Park. And on Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook, we're over 2,500 likes in 1 year. So thanks, Chip and Smoking Jim, for liking it, and all your followers, too. I appreciate it. Hey, Chip Hayner, what's on your mind?
Thank you very much, Alan. What's on my mind? What an amazing weekend of hockey we got to see this week. My friend here, Jim, was talking to me all about couldn't drag himself away from the TV set, watching that puck go sliding around the ice in Sochi. But it looks like the Americans are set to possibly contend for the gold medal. Now, you know, the American women's hockey team, they're doing real well as well. They crushed the Sweden team today. They outshot them 73-9, and I know you're a big stat man when it comes to hockey, Jim. I thought you'd like to. They crushed them 9-1 or something like that. It was pretty obscene, and the Americans are going to be playing the Canadians in the gold medal match Thursday. But one other thing that's on my mind, and if Jillian, could I have a hand, please? Thank you. One other thing that's on my mind is, today marks the 1 year anniversary of our show being here at Sips Sports Bar.
Thanks, Sips.
And on another note, today also happens to be my wedding anniversary. And I'd like to thank you to my lovely wife for saying yes 4 years ago. I'm really glad she did. And if you'll bear with me just 1 second, that one last surprise that I told you about, it's on its way.
Great. What happened to the cake being delivered at the table? He only has 2 coffees, 2 Girl Scout cookie boxes. We got fries.
Yeah, Jim's gonna be on a treadmill all night.
Happy anniversary, Chip and Stephanie. Smoking Jim Frazier, what's on your mind?
Hey, thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. And if you want the green,
hey, have a pen.
You got to see Levine. Another big hand for Stephanie and Chip, one of my favorite couples. And one thing to always remember, behind every good man is a very surprised mother-in-law. Hey, I like to start off each and every show by giving a shout out to my main man, Dan, the man that makes the best coffee on the planet. If you like coffee, order a cup from Dan. You'll never be disappointed. And if you haven't done so already, do yourself a favor and grab a menu, because 2 weeks ago I had the best meatball hoagie I ever had in my life. And it's because of the Chef Pete's in the back. And I tell you what, there's a couple of people that's in the audience that I just want to acknowledge. There's a young lady that's here that we call Mama Bear. And I tell you what, every now and again in life, the good Lord will put great people in your path. I tell you what, this lady invited me into her house, and her whole family showed me so much love. She drove all the way down from the Beaver Valley with her daughter and a couple of her grandkids So everybody show some love to Linda Baker.
What about your best friend?
My best friends in the house, calendar model, Gabrielle Baker, the touchdown maker. How about my main man, Bill Boyce, and his beautiful models are here. And to all the guys that are here right now, all the men that are in the room, if you showed your wife or your girlfriend some love on Valentine's Day, another big hand. And to all the ladies that are here, I hope you had a great Valentine's Day, and I hope that you were able to enjoy some of your favorite chocolate. Speaking of chocolate, how about Tiger Woods? I call Tiger Woods Scarface, not because his ex-wife scratched him in the face. I call Tiger Woods Scarface because every girl he sees, he wants to introduce them to his little friend. Listen, Tiger Woods has been with every pancake waitress between here and sushi. I don't think Tiger Woods will ever win another major, so it's time that we give Tiger Woods' golf game a new sign. Out of order, out of service, out of commission, out of business. I'm out of my mind for spending so much time supporting him. And just like Tiger Woods' golf game, I'm out of here.
I can't even follow that, except I disagree. And we have so many guests here that I'm going to have to cut mine short, but I have a special guest that I want to bring up here. And she knows who she is because she has 2 boxes of Girl Scout cookies for me. So, Corinne, you want to come up here?
Give her a tip, Al.
There you go.
You know what? Don't believe Smoking Jim when he says, "You're my best friend." Now, why don't you introduce your new fans and your old fans who you are?
Hi, my name's Corinne. I don't know what else to say. I'm just so embarrassed.
Who's your brother?
My brother is Zach Brenner. He's usually on the show.
All right, Lil Z.
He'll be on the show tonight. I guarantee it.
Yes,
Now, how
he's in
old
the
are
crowd.
you?
10. I turned 10. Like 17.
When's your birthday?
The 5th,
5th of what?
February.
Oh, then happy
Okay.
birthday.
See, that was 12 days ago.
Thank you.
You can get a piece of anniversary cake.
No, thank you. My mom wanted to give. No, thank you. My mom.
Tell me now.
My mom wanted to give me some of her cake, but I said no, thank you. I need to lay back off the sweets this Valentine's Day.
You're just so nice. How did you get that nice? Here, do you need a napkin?
No,
How's your nose? How's your eyes?
good.
How long did it take you to get here from your house?
Mom, how much? I forget.
You just rode for the ride.
20
Where do you
minutes.
live at?
I live in Glassport.
That's right near McKeesport.
Uh-huh.
And what school do you go to?
South Allegheny. My friend Zoe, she does YouTube videos.
Why don't you say hi to Zoe?
Hi Zoe, if you're watching this video, give me a thumbs up.
Look at me, I'm a
And
star.
what grade are you? What grade are you in?
Or
4th grade. What's your favorite class?
favorite class, science.
Can I ask you about your grades?
Eh.
Okay, we'll change subjects.
Wait, I got a lot of M's, but I only got
M's. I only had A through E.
I had M's and then I got W's, a little bit of W's.
Is that good?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's good.
M means meeting expectations. W means I'm working on improvement, and I don't know what N means. I forget.
Well, you got to go to school a lot longer and pay attention in class. Now, how many Girl Scout cookies did you sell? How many boxes?
203.
Was that the record for your
All right.
troop?
Uh-huh.
All right, a champion here. Well, hey, champ, good luck next year. You're welcome back. High five. Down low. Way to go. It's now Z time. Zach Brenner, what's on your mind?
Welcome back.
Jeez,
Zach.
don't get so excited for me, guys. Christ.
Well, you got family and friends all in the back row there.
Yeah, they're so ecstatic. Hey, thanks for coming out, guys. I've seen old people more excited to see me at old people's home.
Yeah, but they're eating all the great food at Sips.
That is true. Get well, Brandy. I'm sorry you're not here to tell us the menu. Smoking Jim Frazier did an awful job again of forgetting to mention Dan the Man and his awesome coffee.
No, he did mention.
He got
But he didn't forget to wish Steph and Chip Hainer a happy anniversary. Let's give him another round of applause for that.
Thank you, everybody.
And another piece of cake.
Thank you, everybody.
No more cake for Jim Frazier. Jeez. Can you eat cake with sickle cell?
Oh, you just handled that piece of cake. Now, what about sports? We did enough with you two giggling here. Can we get some sports talk here?
Yeah, we can talk sports. I wanted to ask Smoker Jim Frazier.
No, quit talking to him. Talk to me. Talk to me. Here, talk to the hand, because he's done. He's done. Get a fork. How can you tell? That's my brother from another mother. I don't see a difference there.
I got it. Let's talk Olympic hockey. We can talk some Olympic hockey. I'm sure most of you didn't know and were unaware that after the first 3 shooters in the shootout, that anybody could shoot.
Not
Because nobody
me.
even knew who T.J. Oshie was until he made all those shootout goals, and now everybody knows he's a household name now.
Not me. I watched the whole
If you live
game.
in St. Louis, you know who he is.
And I did know the rules because I was watching the game, Little Z.
Oh, okay.
And they did tell me that. And there was a kid out of Minnesota. I think he's a professional Taves now. He actually scored about 22 goals in college because they have the same rule as the Olympics. You can have one person shoot the rest of the...
After 3.
After the first 3.
Well, that's
So
good.
I'm aware of that.
Well, that's good. So Team USA advances on.
USA.
Looks like we're going to run into Canada at some point. So hey,
We're
let's
winning
give
the whole thing.
Let's give a shout out to Hank Hanesick, Mr. Baird, and Whip Willett from Fractured City.
Thanks to the
Get that
Whip.
away from me. That's nasty. I don't know what's in that cup. You're nuts. Get out of here.
It
with
was
that.
delicious.
Goofball, man. I'll drink anything. Drink anything.
Thanks, Costa. He's going to get me
Anything.
more water. He thinks I need water now.
You do need water, man. Rinse down or whatever that is.
Thanks, Costa.
Huh? I'm not trying to give out the secrets of the, behind the gladiators of the cage, but I mean, apparently, like green seaweed in a cup, makes you stronger. Like
It's
Popeye.
kale, hummus, coconut, all kind of good stuff.
Hey, if the shoe fits, wear it.
I did.
But like I just told those guys, when I try to get into the cage, I don't want any limits. I'm not cutting down. I'm not cutting down on weight. I'm a heavyweight. That's where I want to be. I'm not drinking no green tea, Levine.
Yeah, but that increases your metabolism. You'll be all over that cage. You'll be on the ceiling of the cage. I will only sponsor you if you at least drink 1 cup of green tea.
That's a deal. Don't worry, Mona V. I'm going to drink Mona V, too.
Hold it, but the patch, here, let me show you the sponsor. Wait, hold on. There we go, my friend. In the cage. Get in that cage. You better start training there. I saw you training the other day. You must have shoveled 800 feet of sidewalk and driveway.
What are you laughing about, Jim Frazier? You don't even know how long 800 feet is.
It's about 900 feet more than he thought it
your
was.
driveway's about 30 feet, Jim. And you don't even do that. You still owe me for 2. Don't think I forgot.
Hey, we're
How can I?
gonna have this comedy routine for tomorrow night because we got a bunch of guests. You already segued into some of them are coming up,
Look forward to it. It's
and we're gonna
be
get
a
them
great
out
show.
there. Little Z, I like the hat, and I love the sponsorship of the hat. Look at that, folks. Well, welcome to the show. Why don't you introduce yourself to our fans?
I'm Bob Middleman. I'm from Beaver Falls. Graduated from the University of Pittsburgh in 1976. Was a football manager up there, and that's my passion, Pitt football.
Did you meet Kamikaze Kid?
I most certainly did. You have a member of the 1976 National Championship team here, Chuck Bonasort.
Now, I normally would talk baseball with you,
Yes.
But you actually have like a group page. Can you tell the folks about this group page, the one about Pitt? I don't know about the other ones that you have. I'm trying to focus on Pitt right now.
Well, I started a page, Pitt Football No Nonsense, because I read these other pages, Scout and all these others, and
Right.
they never talk about anything serious. Of course, I don't know how serious I am on my page, so
Well, at
I
times
don't get
you
a lot
are.
of.
I'll just tell you to interrupt. I do watch your page and check a lot of the stuff that comes out. You have a lot of great insights, a lot of history, and a lot of facts.
I mean, I have 158 members, so there are people taking a look at it. I'd like to see some more Pitt football people
Well,
there, but, from
maybe-
before my time. I see the newer guys there.
Well,
but
how
the
about if
guys-
you tell people what the name of the page is again?
It's Pitt Football No Nonsense.
And you
I
can
think
find
I
it
spelled
on
football
Facebook.
wrong. Look under Bob Jeffrey, and you'll find it there. I know you guys are both members of that. You
I
may
know.
not get the.
I'm
all
a
three
member
you.
of it.
Yeah,
You
so
should
are
be
they
on there,
because I
too.
friended everyone that was on my friends list. But I don't.
Mr. Jeffries, did you graduate high school with Frankie Collins?
No, he's a year behind
A
me.
year behind you. Coach Bruno, what a great coach.
Coach Bruno was a great coach. He was phenomenal. In fact, the last 3-4 years of his life, I usually had coffee with him every morning down at McDonald's.
How about that? Again, this proves my 2 degrees of separation in Pittsburgh. There's no 6 degrees. Look at that. You know somebody, he knows somebody, that's it.
That was a TV show, 6 Degrees on ABC, about 6 or 7 years ago.
It's
I think.
canceled, though, because we're 2
I know
degrees.
it was. I know.
We're a lot more entertaining than that.
Bridget Moynihan was in that show too.
Hey, and speaking
Was
about
someone
being on shows, I'm going to segue into what was this bullpen show you were on, and that's where I first heard about you.
Okay.
Listen to this.
Mike Romi was a talk show host in Pittsburgh for many years, and I happened to have been his Little League coach. And back in 1997, he called me up and wanted to know if I'd come on to do trivia one night. And it turned out to be 7 years we did that, and it turned into a show called The Bullpen. From
And tell 'em
10
on
to
what
11.
radio station.
KDKA.
You could hear it everywhere. I listened to the show, and he goes by so many aliases, I don't even want to know because he already threatened to kill me twice.
No, just once.
Okay, it was once, all right. I know him as Bob Jeffrey. I knew him in the bullpen. Just the information that they put out there. And Chip, you would have loved the show. I know you didn't get a chance, but
We got at least 30 calls an hour. And, we printed up T-shirts and we gave them out as prizes. It was a great show.
oh, it was. I listened to it a lot of times.
Well, anybody that was ever at the Beaver Falls Elks don't want anybody to know the real name.
Who said he was ever at the Elks?
I
He
have
owns
been
the
there.
Elks.
I
He
actually-
owns that Elks.
I was. They used to have the night at the races for the high school teams down there.
A lot of fundraising in Beaver Falls.
There's a lot
Where's
of
that
racing.
Tony Macaroni from?
Macaroni Tony. Get it right, Alan.
You mean that's an alter ego? Save that for tomorrow night's show. We'll go into that. More about you. What else do you do in sports at this time?
At this time, I'm a free agent.
Are you?
I'm a free agent right now. I coached baseball in Beaver Falls at various levels for about 40 years.
Did you?
Little League, Pony League, Colts. I was a JV coach at the high school and
Did
assistant
you have any
there.
winning teams?
I have a lot of trophies in my window.
Well, let me ask you this. They say if he would have concentrated on baseball, Dwight Collins would have been one of the best.
Yes, he would have. He was a good ball player. And I will add, and no disrespect to Dwight, but when he was 12 years old, our Little League team defeated theirs for the Beaver Falls Championship in 1974.
Wow.
And we beat him both games he pitched.
Wow.
The second game, some little
There you
skinny,
go.
scrawny, 6-pound left-handed pitcher had us eating it out of his hands and beat us. We were very concerned in the third game when
And you thought only you had fiction and fact. We got some fiction and fact here, buddy, with a little embellishment.
I know Dwight pretty well.
Do you? And you're still friends even though you beat him back then?
He was a little kid.
Yeah, but these kids don't forget. You know that.
No, Dwight's a good guy.
No,
I
that's
just
good.
ran into him a couple weeks ago. He's back in Beaver Falls.
Do you have any pit stories you can tell us?
Nothing on the air. can ask that guy back there.
We've tried to a couple
No,
times.
nothing on the air.
You know his number's 40. He
Yes.
always complains to me that I only give him 40 seconds, but the women that come on our show, I give them 10, 20 minutes.
I want to tell you something. If you gave him more than 40 seconds, the FCC would be in here so fast, you wouldn't even get the second C out of the FC. Believe me.
Wow.
He's oblivious to all this, too. He's in another
Well,
world
he's
anyway.
eating. He got a free meal there, and I recognize the
You got
best
to pay
meal.
for mine.
Well, you didn't get here early enough.
He ate a salad. I didn't.
You haven't seen what other course. I mean, he might have had a steak or lamb chops. too.
I know. I saw the whole thing.
And
I
a
was
baked
over there
potato.
checking all three of them out.
Well, what else is on your mind with sports right now?
Well, it's time for baseball season. You know, I despise this part of the year. I don't follow hockey. I don't follow basketball.
You told me
Spring
you're a
training's just
one-trick
starting.
pony.
2 tricks. Football.
Yeah, but
I like pro football. I'm really passionate about pit football, but since Letterman 10 days over and spring ball doesn't start for another couple weeks, I'm ready for spring training now.
you're in a dead zone here.
I'm ready for spring training, and
So am I. I'm really looking forward to this season too.
to those of you that are disappointed because the Pirates didn't get a first baseman or a right fielder, there really weren't any out there to get.
I agree
They
with
weren't
you.
there. You know, I would have, and everybody jumps up right down my throat. I'd have kept Morneau because we really don't have a first baseman in our organization coming up.
And you know what? He hit 9 home runs in the month before he came here.
I know he did.
And that was all he had in him.
But I don't care.
I would have rather kept him myself. That's my point. He didn't get a fair shot after he did everything he did before
Here's
that.
what would have happened had he continued on his downward pace of no power.
Right.
If he would have probably played 130 games this year, hit 10 home runs, knocked in 56, 57 home runs. Gabby plays the other 60 games. Say he hits 10 home runs, and he knocks
That's a
in
good
40.
player then.
You have 100. You got 20 home runs and 100 RBIs.
Yeah, you know what though? The one thing that I was pleased with the Pirates didn't do this winter is they didn't listen to the pressure and overspend on somebody. Because what the Pirate teams in the past, in the 20 years that they lost, they would listen to public pressure and they would overpay a washed-up player. And I'd rather see them underpay with the young kids, let them try to prove themselves, than to dump money down the toilet just because they have it.
Unfortunately, baseball has ruined that for them once again by putting limits on what you can pay for your draft choices.
Right.
And they're going to do the same thing in the Caribbean here in 2 more years.
Well, anytime a team's getting an edge that the Yankees and the big boys don't have, you know what happens. Hey, we could keep going on and on, but we're almost at our halftime at Sips here. Any closing word? Anybody get? How do you want them to get a hold of you or not?
If you want to, if you're interested in pit football, just type my name in, Bob Jeffrey, Jeffrey on Facebook, and I'll answer you.
You'll find him. He does answer
find
you.
me.
I'd love to talk baseball with you anytime.
I'll do it anytime.
Well, you guys can do that off the air. That is it. Take care, my friend. Thanks for
Thanks.
coming all the way from Beaver Falls. Smoking Jim, do you want to introduce your guest up here for a second?
How in the world do we get her to come out? I tell you what, we got a celebrity in the house. This girl's a makeup artist that did Jerome Bettis and Terry Bradshaw's makeup. She's an entrepreneur. She's a holistic health coach. And I tell you what, she is the first and only success story out of Cannonsburg, PA. Please give
she's
a
not.
hand for Bethany.
Hold it, Perry Como. Bethany, welcome to the show.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Great to
Nice
see
to
you.
see you.
Good to see you guys as well.
Why don't you introduce yourself? Because I'm deaf. Did he even say your name?
Oh, you didn't hear it?
Pardon me? Who?
They heard it across the street.
That's right, they heard it. Everyone heard
Do you
it.
have anything for hearing loss?
We could whip up a cocktail for that, right?
Oh, I
Natural.
want another one after that last one I had.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
You had some too. See, they
I
think
did.
that's weird to drink healthy
You
like
guys,
that.
you guys didn't try it?
They threw up.
Shucks, I missed it. Maybe
You know what?
next time.
You know what?
Go ahead, tell them. Here's our
You
healthy,
can-
holistic coach.
You can so easy. You can make it awesome. There's something. Do you guys like peanut butter?
Yes.
You like
peanut
chocolate?
Yeah. Do I like
Who
chocolate?
does like chocolate, right? There's something called PB2. It is powdered peanut butter. It has 90% less calories and fat, and it has more protein. You just put it in almond milk. You just throw in a banana. You put that in there. It tastes better than a chocolate
Oh,
shake.
and don't you have to have something that can grind it all up?
I'll
They're just gonna put it in
blend
a
it.
cup.
You could throw in some kale and you won't even taste the kale. If you want to get crazy, you could throw in some kale a
And
little
this
bit.
kale was delicious.
But you would like it. You're like, no, I don't think I would like it.
Don't
His
tell
face
them it's
was like,
healthy.
Well, the only reason I didn't drink it is because Little Z been trying to get one of these cheers, and I wasn't sure what he put in that drink.
They're a little paranoid, but I'm finally glad to meet you under the real holistic health coach. And not
Absolutely.
just the makeup star that tells us all the inside, how you gave Terry Bradshaw hair and how you gave Jerome Bettis a hairline. So, and I don't even understand those type of things. I'm just happy to have some hair. So those are secrets of your industry.
bad.
But I do try to stump the guest. How'd I do?
Pretty darn good. Nothing to say on those comments at all.
And she can out-talk me, believe me. We have guests that are more prolific than me, from Bob to you to
Oh,
prolific, I say.
I don't think
you're
so.
pretty good on your health. You know
I
your
don't-
stuff.
Really?
Yes,
How'd I do?
you did awesome. We could talk about coconut oil all night.
I take one tablespoon a day, and you rub it on your skin.
You can use it on your hands. You can use it on your face.
I
you
cook
can do
with it.
Or you could cook with it.
My
You could put it-
veggies love it.
Your veggies love it. That's awesome. It's one of the highest antibacterial, antimicrobial. You could take it. It's as strong as an antibiotic.
It's
So
better.
Good stuff.
It
is
doesn't
better.
destroy your body. It
That's
builds
right.
your immune system.
Put it on your skin. You can look good with it. That's
I'm,
right.
I'm hoping to stay youthful.
We
I'm
got
hopeful.
it. We got this. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
See what she does? She's a great coach.
Yes, she is.
I try. Absolutely.
Now, for your business, how do they get a hold of you? Because I'm about helping small business
Well,
people.
thank you. I appreciate
we never
that.
even mentioned that you had one the last time you were here, and I said you have to come back just for that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, my name is Bethany Montecalvo, but I am also Go Organic. You could reach me through my website, which is BethanyMontecalvo.com. And you can reach me through Facebook, Twitter. You could email me, whatever you like. But my desire is to empower folks and ladies and men to live the best life they can naturally. And I do one-on-one health coaching, or I do big corporations. They bring me in, and I talk about sugar blues, how to kick your habit on sugar, because it's
Nice.
just as addictive as
And that
candy.
helps to breed all kind of diseases and
Absolutely.
diabetes and
Sugar
other
is
health.
the root
cancer.
of a lot of. You're exactly right. It causes inflammation.
She can come back anytime. Anybody that agrees with me on all this stuff, you come back next week. No, I'm just kidding. This is all serious stuff, and
Yes,
most people take
absolutely.
it for granted.
Absolutely.
That we have an epidemic of cancer, and look at why.
We
you have
do.
corn syrup and everything.
We do, and we have the power to actually cure cancer just by doing some things as far as our eating. There's something called macrobiotic.
Yes.
And if you do that and cut some things out of your diet, it actually kills the cancer cells. So it's pretty interesting, right?
Definitely. What
Right?
about heart health? Can you help my man here? He had an episode in the hospital. He was trying to build his harem up. So now he has nurses. And I don't mean derogatory. He has nurses in his harem, and he has female doctors. And that's why he was in the hospital for 2
What
weeks
are we trying
with
to
an
say here, my friend?
an undisclosed illness to his friends. So
That's okay. He likes the ladies.
I'm
He likes
just-
the ladies. That's okay.
well, I want to keep him healthy, so what should he do besides lose about 2 pounds?
Well, I think we need to pull the pretty ladies in the health issue to get him around. I think wherever the ladies are, he'll kind
They'll
of
follow
pull
him?
that way, right? Right?
Well, where should he meet you at then? We just solved that real quickly. Those are good points.
Yeah, right?
Definitely.
Right? Absolutely.
Give him a tip for heart health. What should he do for heart
Wow.
health? An easy one that he
An
can do.
easy thing that you could do is, one is you could take a couple oils. If you want to take oregano 1 actually just helps just kill anything in your body.
It's
If you
one
would
of the
just
strongest.
do Ceylon cinnamon, that actually helps with your heart.
I've never cooked a day in my life. I don't know what
My
all that
friend,
stuff is.
then you need to
Hold it.
invite some
Do you-
pretty ladies over so we could show you how
Do you
to.
think eating this all the time, like we do it today, I'll eat bad stuff myself.
This is okay once in a while, but this does not go well down here at all. Processed
Closest he
food
gets to
is no
cooking
good.
Chef Boyardee.
With a coach like that, Smoking Jim, how can you not listen?
That's true.
I just added 1 year to his life.
Exactly. That's right. That's right. 1 year.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Right?
See, this turned into a health show right now. We went from comedy to sports.
You never know what you're going to get with these guys, right?
Not at all.
Never
and you
know.
won't tell me the secret about Terry Bradshaw and Jerome Bettis and their makeup.
I love them both. They are wonderful. Wonderful.
You're a true diplomat. Anything else you want to highlight that you may be doing, either business-wise or?
I am working on a new film coming up in the next month. I can't give details because
Teaser,
I'm
you
not
have to
allowed,
come back.
But it will be out, and I will let you guys know. If you invite me back, I'd love to tell you about it.
Yay!
Hold it. Let me give you an official invite.
Okay, I'm ready.
If before it debuts, you come out. Or maybe even after it debuts if you feel comfortable
I would
like
love that. I
Well,
would love that.
you
It's
come
my
back.
pleasure. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, it's my pleasure.
We're going to do an abbreviated version here, probably 2 minutes of sports between Pittsburgh Sports Line here. What's on your mind, guys?
Well, you know, I mean, there's not much going on in the baseball world. We just started into spring training.
Right.
You know, the Olympics are ramping up. There'll be some definitely be some sports that Jim will be all wrapped up into over the next few
quit
days.
kidding about it. He doesn't care about that. Now, if it's basketball, he did see the NBA. Did you watch the game?
What game?
The All-Star game? You didn't watch it either. You don't believe in that.
A lot of work to do.
Really? Oh, and I wanted to announce Smoking Jim Frazier has a blog. For all of you that miss his blog, he does a weekly blog on Slick Move Guide. You can check that out. I post it up on Pittsburgh Sports Line all the time. It may get lost in all the stuff that I put up there. But he's actually putting out some tidbits, or I'll call them nuggets of the draft. And he's putting out some great players that the other teams are going to grab before us. You've pumped them up so much that the Steelers aren't going to pick those guys.
Thanks, Al. I appreciate you.
No, but it's a great blog. Check that out. What's next week's blog? Did you start yet?
Not yet.
Okay. Anything else on your plate, Smoking Jim?
Well, again, just wanted to thank Gabby's sister Jessica for coming out, and her two handsome sons going to be future athletes. Thanks for coming out to Sip Sports Bar. We appreciate it.
Are you recruiting them for Gateway?
They will be recruited at Gateway.
And there's an open address in Gateway. You have to talk off the show about that.
Well, Gabby got her own room anytime she wants it.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Sean Moon. I run Pittsburgh Sports Fanatics on Facebook group, and we're going to talk power football tonight.
We're going to do that right now, buddy.
Yep.
Just dive right into it.
Okay, last year we was watching the Power. They were losing 78-20 against San Jose. We all thought the Power was folding. We thought that was it. Consol was concerned about the attendance. They did renew their lease if they hold 5,000 fans per game. So they got their new lease. They got real good players this year. The Tommy Grady was on the show.
Yes.
He's a star quarterback in the AFL, MVP of 2012. He whooped us last year, the first game of the season. We got great receivers. We just got Percy Rodriguez from Orlando, 6'5", 225. Wow. Killer receiver. He's looking forward to be on the show. He really wants to meet Jim.
Does he?
Scout, yes.
They're all going to want to meet Smoking Jim. You know that.
And one thing about the Pittsburgh Power is it's fan friendly. You go right up, meet the players. They'll talk to you. They won't snub you.
I've been to a couple games.
Yeah, even the away players will chat with you. You know, so you meet all the players. They're down to earth. The Power season tickets are $2 for $99.
Wow.
And season single tickets are starting at $15.
Oh, my.
And that's at the Consol Energy Center.
I've been there.
I mean, if you've never been to the Consol Energy Center, you've got to experience this place. There's not a bad
There's
seat
good
in the
seats,
house.
especially you don't have all the seats in the upper level.
Yeah, I
area.
mean, I sit pretty much right on the field.
See?
Yeah.
You might want to be up a little bit to get a little better shot.
No, I like to catch the players. I mean, it's really fan friendly. You catch the players, catch the balls, yell at the referees. you know. But Grady's going to be calling his own plays this year. That's one thing the Power have been lacking. We went through 18 starting quarterbacks in 3 years. Yes.
Wow.
I couldn't name them all if I tried.
I'm not going to ask you. It's not a quiz. We just appreciate you being on here and trying to promote a local team like we've been talking about. No, it's great. And having Aaron on here was great.
Yeah.
You know, he's a great receiver also.
Yeah, he's with Grady.
Right. Well, look, he had 64 touchdown passes in a year. And what did Tommy had? What was that? 142.
Yeah, that was the year Grady won the MVP and
set the record.
Aaron set the record. So they're that 1-2 punch you're looking for.
Well, we got it here.
I'll be down to see them. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to the opener.
I mean, it's going to be a great season this year. We get Cleveland 3 times, so we get to beat them 3 times. That's awesome.
That's always good.
Yeah, you got that right.
Yeah, you know, no matter what team you are, if Pittsburgh versus Cleveland, it's classic.
Well, it's tradition.
Yeah, it's tradition. It's like Philly versus Pittsburgh in hockey.
Oh, definitely.
You got to hate them.
I was raised to hate them.
And former DV Chris LaFleur, he plays for Cleveland now. He holds the Powers interception leading. Yeah, he has 7 interceptions in a season. He didn't want to leave.
Right.
He tells me on Facebook all the time, I wanted to stay. I just couldn't play for that organization anymore. So he felt the Power was going down. He didn't know he thought they were going to fold like Dallas did.
Right.
Because he played for Dallas. And
well, here, tell me about the other partner on the Power. I noticed the Tribune Review is part owner of them now.
Yeah,
if you can't have a billionaire help you, then who can you?
Yeah, Trib got a stake in the ownership. There's a couple inside rumors how they got the ownership. You know, we're not going to dive into that.
We'll do that off air.
Yeah.
All they have to do is go to your tell them your sports page.
Pittsburgh Sports Fanatics on Facebook, or just Facebook me at Sean Moon. We'll get you a part of that. We do live updates.
Is Moon your real name or is Mooney your name?
Mooney's my real name.
Because I know Mooney's from the Pittsburgh Press and Post-Gazette.
Yeah.
And you look similar to some of the Mooneys that I know.
Yeah.
One of them even owns a bar right up on Bronzeville Road.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm related to him, but we do.
You're related to all of them.
Yeah. We're related to a lot of electricians down south side, if you remember Mooney Electric.
Yes.
Yeah, that was us. But yeah, the Power season's looking real promising.
That sounds good.
We're want to fill the seats this year. You know, it's pretty sad because these players they play for like nothing.
Well, here to tell people how the games are, what would you advise them to do to come down to a game? Bring the whole family.
Yeah, bring the whole family. It's kid friendly. It's fun. You're at the Consol Energy Center. The players will come right up to you, shake your hand before the kickoff, during halftime. After the game, you get to meet the players. They sign autographs. They'll literally chat with you. You can take pictures. It's not like the bigger leagues where you're not allowed to take pictures.
Right.
Players are only allowed to sign certain jerseys.
Can you do a little wagering at the game?
If you want to, you know. You can do
Macaroni Tony's got his own luxury bar.
Macaroni Tony guy. We're talking all the legit stuff. How about the concession stand? For people on a tight budget, I heard they're pretty cheap.
Last year they had $1 hot dogs to $1 drinks. You can't get that at any sporting event. $1 stuff.
See that? We got to go to a game. We're going. Can you get us some tickets?
Yeah, I can work on it. You know.
All right. Well, then you can come back another time. Any closing remarks you want to make?
No, we just got a very special guest coming up next week. Monday, you should know who he is. Talking Pirates baseball, so that's right up Chip's alley.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
See that? They're keeping it a secret from me. They won't tell me.
I'll give you a hint. He's a World Series champion.
Little birdie whispered it in my ear, and I won't say anything.
Diana said don't say that anymore.
Well, that's just
you better get off the
just
air
a tip.
while you're still safe. Get out of here.
All right.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, guys.
This is the guy. He needs no introduction. He brought MMA to Pittsburgh Sports Line. I just want that public.
Right.
Not that anybody reminded me of that on the telephone. My younger brother from another mother.
That's right. He got the good-looking genes, though.
Thank you. Nah.
Thanks for having me back again, guys. I appreciate it.
I'm glad you could come back, and you gave me all kind of stuff. I don't know
I
what
did.
to promote because some of it's the same.
Here.
Show that because that's a good one.
This here is...
Devin, could you get a close-up if you're able?
On March 22nd, it's a Saturday, I'll be doing a pro bono self-defense,
That's free.
self-awareness and fighting exercise. Yes, that means free. You don't have to pay. You know, so for hugs and handshakes. but it's guaranteed to lessen your chance of becoming a victim. I've been doing it with the Ross Township Police Department.
Believe
But
it.
Saturday
is
at 2
great.
o'clock, March 22nd.
Where's the event at?
The Ross Township Community Center.
Okay.
Ross Township.
And I've been doing it for about 3 or 4 years now. I've done it with police departments, women's shelters, boys and girls clubs, things like that. A lot of corporations. It lowers their insurance costs. It's a great program. It's definitely worth doing it. It's not about all those fancy self-defense techniques and all that. It's about education and with a few self-defense techniques, but it's more based off your natural reactions to fear and whatnot.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
We're going to have to go there just to check it out.
Urban combat.
Well, we want to survive the urban combat. That's our
I
goal.
might surprise you, man. Same streets, different neighborhood, brother.
That's what I like. And hey, speaking of that, you may want to go to a gym. Well, he'll give you a free visit anyhow, just so he can beat on you. But we do have some promotional stuff for you.
A little more. It's obviously where my gym is, Academy of Martial Science, Team AMS, 300 Camp Horn Road, right up in the North
Mount
Boroughs area.
Nebo exit.
Mount Nebo exit.
How did I know?
That's right.
I
I've only-
remember.
Once or twice I've been here.
Well,
but
I got 2 ears.
Stop by and take a look at us. But the main reason we're here today, besides the self-defense and throwing out a
Well, I
little
had
bit
to
of
throw
fun.
what you do in the community out because I know we're going to talk MMA.
Absolutely.
That's why you're here.
Mixed martial arts. That's absolutely right. Gladiators of the Cage, March 15th. St. Patty's Day weekend. We got Jason the Whip Willett, Roland Dolly Bard, and we also got Mark Lieback. He's also fighting that evening. He wasn't able to make it out. But Jason looking at another W2's record, and Donnie Bard looking at another knockout of the night. Him and Jason both did
I hope
phenomenal
to
that
see
weekend.
a longer version of his fight.
Yeah,
We were talking off air. You had me so fired up, I couldn't wait to watch it. They cut Jason's, they cut Dawn, they cut everybody else, but I did see Jim Auger sitting there taking notes like
Yes.
crazy.
Jim
So
was
we
taking
become
on,
friends.
The pro fights normally get the full coverage. Jason got full coverage. All the pro fights got full coverage as far as the fights go. A lot of the amateurs get cut out, I guess, because of commercial marketing time, etc. But if you go on to YouFightLive.com, you can also watch the fight in entirety there.
You better write this down, Smoking Jim, because it
You-
was awesome.
You
I
Fight
did.
Live. Yes.
You Fight Live, brother.
Yep, You Fight Live.
Not in the urban community, in a cage. In the cage.
You Fight Live end up dead.
He wants to keep you alive. What day are you supposed to go to Ross Township?
Yeah, the 22nd.
March 22nd.
March 22nd.
2 p.m. 2.
Double deuce at noon.
Exactly.
That's it. But yeah, guys, it's going to be a great event. Again, it's Stage AE on the North Shore.
Right.
Gates open at 6 o'clock.
I'm going to be there this time. We just missed connections last time by minutes.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
I'm going to
And-
be there. I will be there.
Cool. And I already
We'll
got
check it
everything
out.
set aside for you. We're good to go.
Thank you. That's
Yep.
all I wanted to know.
Absolutely.
We're going to check it out. We'll give our little report about it afterwards. And of course, after the fights, we'd like to get you back. I know it takes away from some of your training and your school, but if you could come out sometime
absolutely.
after
Bring
that.
the guys like I did last time, do another little post thing. We'll definitely
Right.
be able to make it up.
Right, because I like to get closure to everything I do.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
So-
still looking for closure with my first marriage.
Well, we'll talk about that off air. Just follow him on Facebook. Not. You don't want to hear all that stuff. Okay? Like me, if you want something positive, you can follow me. Thanks for checking out Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. We did hit that 2,500 mark in 1 year, so we're
Doing
proud
great.
of that.
We'll keep pushing it against Pittsburgh Sportsline. Look them up on Facebook. Click like and share it with your friends.
There you go. And any like we get, we return a like.
Absolutely.
You see how we
You know
are.
why? Because we like each other.
Yes. Hold it. What is that you get? Dr. Evil.
That's right. $1 billion.
1 million. Remember?
I'll settle for a tic tac and a hug.
Well, everything's a comedic event here. It doesn't stop. The jokes don't stop. There's one better than the next. That was a good one.
Thank you, thank you. You know what? I spent enough time up here. How about we get Jason, Donnie, and the rest of these guys up here spitting what they have to
You
say?
know what? I'm glad that you can talk more than I do and you cut yourself short.
That's absolutely.
Let's do it.
Thanks, guys.
Introduce yourself to your fans and your growing fan base here.
Well, what do you want? The full name or
I
fight
want
name?
whatever
What do you
you're
want?
called.
Yeah. Roland Donnie Bard, fight out of Team AMS, and yeah, well, looking for another fight.
And that's on
March 15th.
Okay, see, he hasn't been hit too many times, folks.
Oh.
At least I don't think so. I want to interview about that fight that you had.
Well, I mean, took it on 3 weeks' notice. Funny thing is, the Friday before the Monday I got the call, I was actually laid off from my job.
No.
Yeah, so I went that entire weekend being upset, and then I got a phone call on Monday night. But hey, you interested in fighting for them? And I said, I can see why not.
You're
And,
available now. No pun intended.
Yeah. But yeah, they called me on a Monday, and 3 weeks later had the fight and went out, busted my butt in the gym, and did what I had to do to get the W.
Well, how long have you been with the MMA and training?
I'd say about
4 weeks.
No. Now it's probably been about 2 years.
And how many fights have you had?
3.
3 fights.
Yeah, this will be number 4.
Number 4 coming up. What's your record?
1-2. 1-2. First fight was at the Siri Mosque. Didn't do as well as I wanted to, but apparently I
Syria Mosque, how many years ago?
Yeah. That was, I forget.
They destroyed that place.
Did they? The Siri Mosque in, what is it?
No, not in West Virginia.
No,
they
not
got
that
another
one. No,
one
we were up in,
east, Harmerville, Pass.
Yeah, Harmerville, yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking in Oakland. You look too young. Yeah, what's with that beard?
Well, got lazy and didn't feel like shaving, and then won the fight, and well, they ain't leaving.
So as long as you win, that beard's gonna keep growing.
Yep, and
I like the bling you got in your ears too, bro.
Yeah.
That's looking good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Those are 5 carat of zirconium. Here.
Yeah.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oops, I didn't mean to say that.
You don't dog a man's bling.
Oops.
Yeah, $19 at the Pearson Pagoda is what these.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
that's not
real.
bad.
If they were real, it'd probably be 60,000 on my head. That's ridiculous.
Nothing wrong with that. When
No.
you win professional fights, you'll be doing that all the time.
Yeah, well,
Right.
we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, first, like I said, my first fight didn't go so well.
Right.
But apparently everybody told me that I have a lot of heart and I didn't quit. And pretty much I got hit with 2 big shots in the first and second round, and a lot of guys have told me that anybody else would have been done. And I kept on going, and I took that into consideration and took my second one, and again didn't do as well as I wanted to.
Right.
And
But you're still coming back. There's no quit in you.
Oh, no.
Where'd you go to school around here?
Ambridge.
Ambridge. Another tough guy from Ambridge.
Another
Smoking
Ambridge
Jim.
kid. Yeah. Another
The
Ambridge
only
kid.
tough guy from Ambridge.
There's 2. Actually, I take it back. There's 3. There's
Okay.
me, my cousin, and another guy.
You know who his cousin is, Smoking Jim, so be careful. Be careful. He's got a strong cousin, was on our show. Chris Dempsey.
But that's my man.
I know, see?
All I gotta do is go to Aliquippa. I'm protected from Ambridge over there.
That's not right. What sports did you play in high school?
Played football, and I played inline hockey as well.
No wrestling or anything?
No, actually.
Because I'm surprised some of you guys that are MMA have wrestling backgrounds, but
To be honest, didn't have a background in anything. No boxing, no wrestling, nothing. Just came in here, what was it, 2005, seen the Ultimate Fighter with Stephen Bonner and Forrest
Yeah.
Griffin. Was watching that with my dad, and I told him, I said, hey, I'm doing that one day, and well, years later, here I am.
how'd you find Hank?
John Anishko. Worked with him at Masonic Village in Swickley, and got to talking, and him and I talked about it for years.
What's he think of the beard? Doesn't matter. As long as you win.
Yeah, as long as I win, it stays.
It
And
looks
I don't
good,
Plan on, I
'cause-
don't plan on shaving it anytime
Well, we want to
soon.
have you back on the show because the beard's going to be about 2 inches longer.
Probably. Yeah, it's a
You
little
may
bit
have
more
an-
cushion here now.
You may have another nickname after that.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm gonna
We'll
let
see.
my beard grow in.
Oh, we just had the lady last week that said she can get rid of all your hair from down here, from your chin on down. So you'd have had a conflict with her. So.
Oh, trust me, I have a conflict with my girlfriend about this. She hates it. She hates it.
Hey, we're gonna have the family show, and we're doing martial arts, not marital subjects. But no, I want to thank you, Don. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you for having me.
You come back to the show anytime you want.
Hey,
win,
whenever
lose,
you-
or draw.
Whenever you want me, let me know.
All right, we'll win. I want to see a winner. Go out and win. Good luck to you. You take care. Why don't you tell the folks? Well, we know who you are. This is Jason the Whip Willett. This is his health drink, and he's looking for a sponsor. He'll make this drink anytime. What's in it?
I put a few kale leaves in there, some carrots, celery, chia seed, hemp seed, almond milk, flaxseed.
Coconut?
Some flaxseed?
Yeah, some
Oh,
coconut.
I tasted that
Get
flaxseed.
that from Barry Bonds.
He doesn't even know what flaxseed is.
It's that stuff that helps me cut weight.
Yeah. You know what? Did you hear he was 200 pounds 3 weeks ago? Flaxseed helped him get down to his fighting weight.
Yeah.
Now, what about you, my friend?
And today I'm 160 pounds.
Really?
Well, Jim was 200 pounds 2 weeks ago. too.
No, he wasn't. Oh, he's stepping on my leg. Oh, he isn't 200 pounds. Hold on, let's talk about Jason here. Thank you for the drink. I appreciate it.
Yeah, not a
Here,
problem.
To your health and cutting weight.
I
He's not
actually
going to
drank
drink.
it. I drank it. Just want a little more. No.
Here, you can give me the rest because you didn't even touch it. Give me that good stuff. Look how thick that is.
I drank
I feel
I drank it.
rejuvenated.
I drank it.
Chip tried it at least.
I tried it. I drank it. I drank
I
with
think
the
you're
gravy.
down 5 pounds from the last time when you were here.
I'm actually down about 15 pounds since the last time I was on the
You
show.
were at 175.
Yeah.
No way.
I was floating between 170 and 175 pounds, but right now I'm between 160 and 163. Usually after a workout, I'm floating around 157, 158.
Wow. You know what? This guy knows his body. Look at the shape he's in.
Oh, yeah.
Well, for what he does in the fighting, you got to
And you
know
gotta
exactly.
see-
You
you
gotta
have
keep
to
your weight.
see
You
him
can't
fight.
fluctuate.
You have to see this young man
Look
fight.
at the eyes. There's the eyes of a killer, brother.
No,
Yeah.
no, he looks like Billy the Kid when you look at those old time movies with the guns. Just kidding, killer. No, but your fight was awesome. When I saw it on TV, you guys told us about it.
Yes.
But when I finally saw it, it was just an awesome fight.
Thank you.
Just how you wore the guy down,
Oh,
and then you
yeah.
almost hurt him at the end.
Yeah, you got to fight smart.
I know, I saw that. All the things you said, I was following because you were giving me the blow by blow of what you did to the guy. These guys have to see that. You guys all right?
He was faking his sip. I told him that
He
it
never
actually has
sipped.
to touch your lips to get it in your
No,
mouth.
he didn't sip anything. That's why I took it. He's sick as can be. You think I'm going to get sick over him? Who's your opponent for this next fight?
Originally, it was supposed to be Evan Chomaleski. He was out of Philly, but he ended up getting hurt. So,
How come they get hurt and they don't fight you?
well, he ended up getting kicked the wrong way and had an injury that,
So he couldn't fight.
Yeah, but this is actually going to be a much better fight. I'm going to be fighting Francis Healy out of Mad Dog's gym. Francis is like a mirror of me, so this is going to be a very tough fight, but it's also going to be a winnable fight.
Good.
I think it's going to be an exciting fight. This has potential for fight of the night.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I can't wait to be there in person to see you.
I'm looking forward to having you.
Thanks.
Well, when's your fight? Is it on the 15th as well?
Yes, March 15th.
Is that down at Stage AE?
Yeah, they're at Stage AE, so it should be a great event. The house will be packed, like last time.
Sold out.
It'll be on TV. It'll be a delay. It won't be live that night, right?
Yeah, they usually broadcast it a couple weeks later.
Yeah, that's how I saw it, because you guys come on, but then you can see it on YouFight, right?
Yeah, it's YouFightLive.tv.
Did you get that again, Smoking Jim?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
He wants to see that, because he's a scout. He's going to be scouting you guys.
Yeah, just go on YouFightLive.tv, click on Gladiators of the Cage. I'm like about 75% of the way through. It's a 200-minute clip, so if you click on 150 minutes, you should be able to see the fight.
It's worth watching, I'll tell you that much. What else is going on?
Just a couple weeks ago, we actually filmed with Track Addicts.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Yeah, they're group Mystery and Sneak. I filmed a video. Me and Brawl and Donnie Bart are actually filming it together. It was a pretty cool experience. I got to see Shane Shinaki the second week, but I'm actually looking forward to doing some more work with them in the future.
Oh, really? So this will be, you get paid for this?
It's more of an exchange of services, but you
Like
know,
a barter type of deal.
yeah, I'm
Trade.
getting some positive exposure, so
Oh, good.
I'm going to continue to shoot the videos.
You're getting some exposure now to put out your exposure experience.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
No, we're glad to have you here. How'd you hook up with them?
It was actually through Hank. You know,
Who? I didn't hear who.
Hank Hanesick.
Oh, is that how you did? I just wondered because I heard a voice in the background. You know I'm hard of hearing after having spoken Jim here. Can't really hear that well. Where can we see this at?
The video is still in production right now, but whenever it's released, I'll let you know.
You know if you put it on Facebook, I'll put it everywhere.
I got you.
You know that. Just send it to us. It'll be on Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook a minute after you give it to me. There you go.
Yeah, and Mystery and Sneak will be there live, so you'll get to see them at the event.
And we have like this offstage voice. This guy's a trained professional. He sold everything from kitty litter to trucks. I don't know, windows, you name it. Well, that's why I have him keep talking. And I figure Jason will start throwing it out there too. TrackAddictRecords.com. How'd I do, Coach? One take. One take, that's it. I want a pay raise for that one. We got to talk to him. My younger brother from another mother, he's too much. You're going to learn off of him.
I learn from him every day.
Do you?
I started training with Hank about 3 years ago, and he's completely evolved my game. You know, right now I feel like I'm at my best right now, so I'm really looking forward to going out there and showing it on the 15th.
So we're looking for a win there.
You're looking for either knockout or submission of the night. I'm sorry.
Are you serious?
No, when you go in there, no matter who you're fighting, no matter how tough they are, I know Francis is a tough dude, but I'm going out there to finish the fight. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm either knocking them out or I'm submitting them.
It's the best way to do it. Don't leave it in the referee's hands.
Absolutely not. Never leave it in the hands of the judges.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Wait till you see these fights that they put on. And how many fights does he have? How long's he been doing? Longer than you, or?
About the same.
Oh, good. So it's pretty evenly matched all the way around.
Yeah, I turned pro a little earlier, and my first year I took 7 fights. So
I remember.
Yeah, I had 7.
We're not going to talk about that. Let's talk about positivity here. No, I'm kidding. You can talk about it. You've progressed so much further from that. I do listen to you, Jason.
Well, yeah, Francis is 2-1 as a pro, but I don't think his record shows how good he is. I think he's much better than a 2-1 fighter. From what I've seen, I believe he's capable of being a 3-0 fighter at this point, if not better. But right now I'm 4-3. He's 2-1. We're gonna go in there and I'm either gonna rise above 500 or drop to 500. He's either gonna drop back to 500 or rise above. So
well, on that happy note, you're gonna win. We got to end the show. Yeah. I want you to be a winner. You go get them. Thanks for the drink. You can come back anytime and serve me a healthy drink, and not these guys. Thanks, Jason. Good luck to you. And that's it, folks, for our show. Thanks for watching the show, everybody here. Thanks for the great crowd. We appreciate it. Thanks for everybody watching us on Verizon 32 everywhere, Comcast 7 only in Bethel Park, and Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. Thanks you very much. Have a great night. Be safe out there.